Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wealthy Wednesdays. So excited to have all of you here. So very thankful for all of you tuning in either live or later on at your best convenience. My name is Monica Matthews. I am the founder and executive director of the Life Enrichment Group and the owner of Queen Care.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tajana Ellis, and I am a Queen Care consultant and also the Chief Program Officer for the Life Enrichment Group.
Yes, Poppy, that you know what? I've been loving that new title on you. That I'm loving that. Well, you guys, again, welcome to Wealthy Wednesdays. Wealthy Wednesdays is an online health initiative where we are learning and relearning how to properly take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. And we don't just believe in wealth being a physical manifestation, but also thinking about having wealthy mind, wealthy body, wealthy soul. But this series that we're in right now is absolutely talking about physical wealth and ways that we can get to manifesting physical wealth. So I'm really, really excited for today's episode today.
Yay! We're so excited. So you guys know that there's so many different ways to stay connected with us. This show is one of them, but the other ways that you can stay connected with us is to make sure you like, comment, and share this video. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget to visit us at www.queencareproducts.com. So those are all the different ways. And you all, if you're just now tuning in, then this is great because you came to the part of the episode where we talk about our question of the day. So today's question of the day is, what are some things that you want to know about home buyership? What are some things that you want to know about home buyership? So some things that I think I want to know about home buyership is just all the different what are the different resources that are out there for first time home buyers? What about you, Monica?
Yes.
Yes.
I personally want to know, like, is it like okay to be a renter and purchase an investment property that like you don't primary live in, but that you rent out, but you still are a renter? So my question is around investment properties for sure.
I love
And
that.
I'm so super excited for this particular episode because this episode is all about going from renting to buying. Okay. And so now we're getting into talking about like generational wealth, like moves that we can make now that can not only help us financially, but like our kids. And I think that 2020 really opened up my mind to a lot of different type of wealth building opportunities that I think it's important to share and us go on this journey together for sure. And so today we have a guest speaker. Oh my goodness, all of our guest speakers have been great during this whole Wealthy Wednesdays season 3, securing the bags, right? More than one bag because we want to secure more than one bag,
We
right?
learned that from Jolene. We learned that from Jolene.
Shout out to Jolene. But I want to bring on Angela Moore. She is our guest today. Angela, you in the house? You in the Zoom house? Let's bring Angela
Let's
in.
bring her in.
There
Hey.
she is. Hi there. so So let me tell you all about Angela Moore, okay? Extraordinaire, okay? That is her title, all right?
Yes.
I've known Angela over a decade, and I've always known her to be a real estate professional, but not just the sense that you may think. Like, she really takes people from A to Z in the home buying process and afterwards as well. So she has this whole wealth and plethora of information inside of her. She is an excellent resource. She's taught me a lot of things about budgeting, credit, home ownership. And I consider her to be an expert in her field. All right. So you all listen up. Make sure you drop any questions that you have in the comments. Angela is an excellent resource. Make sure you go follow her on all of her social media platforms. And when you're ready to get into purchasing a home or other assets, hit her up. Okay. So Angela, yay! I'm so glad you're here. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people? Tell the people what you're up to, what you're doing, what type of offerings you have out there, and we'll get started. We have a few questions for you.
Okay. Well, my name is Angela Moore, and I'm a real estate broker here in the Washington State area. I'm about 18 years in selling real estate, about 22 years within the business. My background comes from loss mitigation, so I like to, if people find themselves in a sticky situation with the mortgages that they do have, I help them navigate out of that situation to, get better terms for themselves and the lender so they can stay in their home. But my goal was always to get people in the house right the first time so they don't need our loss mitigation services.
Nice, nice, nice.
Nice.
So
Love
Angela,
it.
how can people find you on online,
Yeah.
Facebook?
I am on Facebook at the Angela Moore Real Estate Advisory Group. And so I'm a broker, but I also, like you said, I love to advise. So our goal is to get you in and make you feel comfortable about what you're buying and make sure you're buying within your budget, buying it for the long term and not just the here and the now. Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, we're so excited to have you, Angela. We do have a few questions, so I'll start us off. So, our first question is, what are the first steps someone should take if they want to become a homeowner?
Yeah, some of the first steps you should take is you want to check your credit. I use sources such as Credit Karma, and then there's creditscore.com. That's the one that I've been using for years. It allows you to check your credit score, where you are. You can also check it from a lender standpoint. So a lot of times when you check your credit, it is from a consumer standpoint. When you are checking your credit to purchase a home, your points tend to be about 30 to 40 points less than what they are. So I always say before you even get started, let's check where your credit's at and see if there's anything we need to clean up, things that we may need to negotiate on. Maybe we need to get another credit card to drive your credit score up. So we want to start there. Some of the other things we want to look at is like your budget. What do you feel comfortable with paying? Right. So we have to pay for the roof over our head anyway. So why not, go and budget and say, okay, this is what I feel comfortable. You feel comfortable paying 1,500, 1,800. Go ahead and do that budget before you reach out to a lender, so what you feel comfortable paying. Because a lot of times the lender will approve you for more than what you're actually comfortable paying. I always say, get in where you fit in and buy something that's comfortable for you, regardless of the amount that you're approved for.
Love it.
Mhm.
Nice.
And
I have
then,
a couple questions. Oh no, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, and another step that I always say, you check your credit, you want to do a budget, and then you also want to come to a home buyer class. But we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Love it,
you.
love it. And don't you offer homebuyer classes, Angela,
I
through
do.
Real
I
Estate Group?
do. I do classes with my partner, June Lou, Mortgage. We offer home buyer classes, and you don't have to be a first time home buyer as well to take these classes or to qualify for the down payment assistance that we do have, which are some of the resources that we have.
Nice,
Nice.
So
nice.
I do have a list to go to our website. Like I said, the Facebook page, the Angela Moore Real Estate Advisor Group. We have a list of all of our upcoming classes. I think our 2021 schedule should be coming out by the end of November. So we just finished that up. We're gonna get that published here within the next couple of weeks. But definitely go and sign up for a class, and that within itself. And this is a class that is certified through the state that allows us to give you access to down payment assistance money.
Ooh, yes,
That,
yes.
that's exactly one of the things I said I wanted to know more about the resources that are out there. That's great.
For the down payment.
There's so many resources out there for down payment assistance. It'll depend on it depends, of course, it's credit driven. It's also driven by the income that you have. So there are income limits anywhere from like 80,000 to 146, depending on the type of down payment assistance that you need.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Well, I have a couple questions for you.
go for it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Number one is, Angela, you've been in the game so long, right? And you have helped so many people either like get their budget on track. I mean, you helped me get my budget on, get my credit right. You've helped so many people purchase homes. You helped so many people, on the other side of home buying too. So like, why are you so passionate about this? Like, what keeps you like going in this game so long?
I love to help people. I love to see people succeed. In our community, again, because home ownership is not where it should be. I want to try to give back and make sure our community is getting access to the resources that other communities have, such down payment assistance money. What areas, if there's areas that are changing, or if there's what they call opportunity zones that just came about 3 years ago, in which there's different tax credits that you can get for different areas in the city if you invest in those different parts of the city, whether it's King County, Pierce County, Snohomish County. We'll talk about a little bit more of those going depth during our home buyer classes. Again, visit us at Angela Moore Real Estate Advisory Group and sign up for our class, and we can go into depth in that. So.
Yeah. Love it. We need to make it to these classes. That's what I'm hearing.
Invite whoever you know. We're having one this Saturday, just like this on the Zoom, right? So you don't have to worry about getting a babysitter or leaving your home. I know it's been kind of rainy outside. So this allows you to get out with your morning favorite beverage and enjoy a 5-hour class with us as we break it down. We talk about market stats. We talk about, again, we go over budget, we go over credit, we go into depth of credit and what the lenders are looking for, right? We talk about ways saving money, ways to make a little money on the side to save for down payments. And then we go into what to expect. So it's just not, because there's so many moving parts when you're buying a home. I advise you to definitely take these classes so it's just not brand new to you. So you kind of at least understand some of the language that will be shared with you. And we also go over, again, in-depth down payment. We have, if you're a teacher, if you're a firefighter, if you're a Native American, we have all kind of programs that'll help you with your down payment assistance money. And again, this is all income driven as well. There are caps on it.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna do a one because I know I'm only supposed to ask one more question, but I got two, and then Taji has another one too. Like, why should we purchase a home versus renting?
Well,
yeah,
that's a good question. Well, you're paying somebody's mortgage anyway, so you might as well pay your own. Number one, you get tax deductions, right? Your landlord gets those tax deductions, even though you're the one who's paying all the rent, right? Also, let's say today you buy a house for $400,000. And about, I don't know, 5-6 years from now, the house is worth $600,000. That's equity. That's $200,000 that's going towards your retirement or to your future or your legacy that you want to leave to your kids, right? Or that's money that a renter is paying, so that landlord is leaving that legacy to their family, right? So that's why we say you got to pay a mortgage anyway. You got to decide, you want to pay your mortgage or you want to pay someone else's.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
And then, like, what advice do you have for, those in King County or, Seattle area where, the median house price may be $700,000, $800,000? What if you can't afford that? Like, what do you suggest?
Yeah, that's pretty expensive. So, there's several things. Think about buying it with a child, an adult child, a best friend, a parent, right? Go in as a partner, or buy a multiplex. Remember, if you buy up to 4 units, it's still considered a primary residence, right? They'll use a percentage of the rent from the other units towards additional income for you, which helps you qualify for more. Right. So I would suggest that if you're trying to stay in somewhere that's really growing, like King County, Pierce County is growing too. But again, that's something you can consider. Move to Pierce County, move to Snohomish, move to Kitsap County. That's where people are going. I've got clients that are moving right across the water to Port Orchard and Bremerton, and they'll just take the ferry right over because it's a lot cheaper. But again, you can all, like I said, you can consider buying a multifamily, which I always think it's great because now you have, let's say you get a fourplex, you have three other units that's actually helping you pay that mortgage payment,
Mm-hmm.
and you get all the tax deductions on top of it, right? So you
Like,
get the benefits of home ownership. And I know, I get clients that say, well, I really want to move in a house, but again, it goes back to sometimes you have to get in where you fit in and start building until you can get what exactly you're looking for. So just starting off maybe at a fourplex, yes, it feels like an apartment, but you're the owner of that apartment. You're the one that's getting the benefits. And so what else is helping you stay there? Right. So as the value of that property goes up, you can then pull some equity out and use that to buy something else that suits you later.
Mm.
nice. I think
Okay.
that's good too because sometimes people think about like, oh, I don't want to buy a condo because that's not a house or something. Like I like what you said, like get in where you fit in. If that's where your money's at, then get it and you can always build on that.
You can build
Exactly.
exactly. And again, it goes back to you paying somebody else's rent anyway. You're paying somebody's mortgage. Why not pay your own? So you're already paying somebody's mortgage to live in an apartment. So you're going to move into a condo that may feel like an apartment, which got benefits of home ownership,
Mm,
right?
Love
nice.
it.
Property yard maintenance too, right? You can
Right.
home association will take care of all the yard maintenance for you, so you don't even have to worry about that. So yeah,
Come on. See, it's sounding good. The more we talk about it, from renting to owning, love
I,
it. Love it.
you
Sorry,
know,
sorry.
go ahead.
No, sorry, I didn't hear you what you said.
I think home ownership is where it's at. Yeah, and in a year from now, you could always move on up, keep buying more.
Exactly.
You know, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Love it. Our final question of well, the final question that I have, maybe Monica might have more, but the final question that I have are what are the resources that are available for those who want to become homeowners? I know you mentioned a little bit, but are there any other resources out there that you think would be beneficial to potential home buyers?
Well, I would say if you want some more information, like as far as like credit, budget, definitely team up with some of our local nonprofits, such as one that I'm very affiliated with is the Urban League of Seattle. There's Parkview Services as well. They have resources that will help you go over your credit. Maybe you want some one-on-one counseling. Same thing with your budgeting. But remember, when you're doing your budget, write down everything,
Yes.
right? A lot of us are not even from Seattle. We're new. We're from a different part of the country. So we will probably go home and visit family. So we want to make sure that we put our trips in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to go home and visit family from time to time, right? Especially during the holidays, outside of COVID, of course. But you want to
Right.
make sure you budget for that, right? Or if you have children that are growing, you want to budget for clothing, right? So those are some of the things that we miss with budget. So I think it's good sometimes to maybe team up with a local counseling a nonprofit to help kind of close some of those gaps that we might miss.
Yeah, and there's some good nonprofits out there, you guys, that are helping with home ownership. The
Yeah,
Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle, Home Site, El Centro de la Raza. Like there's so many of them
So
out
many.
yeah,
um to be able to get what you need for sure.
yes.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, those were that was
Man, I just really want to publicly like thank you
Yeah,
because like you really have been out here in the community. And I remember like when we did like money talks, like one of our first programs, we used to do a financial literacy program through
yeah,
Life Enrichment Group, and you were right there helping those young people open bank accounts, teaching them about budgeting and credit.
yes.
And like you are
Are
not
not
new to this.
this.
I have the pictures to prove it. Like, like you really are invested in our community. I think there was something really important that you said earlier, and that was team up. If your money won't get you what you want, team up. There's other cultures that do this and do this well. And they are amassing assets at a exponential rate because they are working together.
yeah.
Okay. So
True.
I think that's a really important point that we really need to get back to our essence of being a village and working together and putting it together so that we can have something to pass down as well. So, Angela, do you have any final words? Thank you so much for being here.
I just want to say thank you, ladies, for inviting me and allowing me to share my profession with you. So thank you.
Hey, you guys hit up Angela. I have her on
Yes.
speed dial anytime I have a question about something, and you guys should have her on speed dial too. Thank you, Angela, for being here.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Angela.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, I love Angela. She is just such a gem in the community. And when you have somebody like that that is really passionate about giving back and building our community, take advantage, okay? All right.
Please.
So, um, we usually have a youth spotlight at this time, but we're not doing a youth spotlight today because this person came into Life Enrichment Group as a youth, as a young adult, okay? But she's no longer a youth, okay? So this is a spotlight, but it's not a youth spotlight, but it is a spotlight on someone who is very special to Life Enrichment Group, and that spotlight is Miss Tajiana Ellis.
It's
Hey,
me. I'm already here.
you are already here and you've been here. So Taji, like you were literally our first intern through
Yeah.
Life Enrichment Group. Okay. So you kind of like set this whole internship program thing off in 2009 or whatever.
Yeah, 2009.
2009, and since then, like, I've watched you grow, I've watched you blossom, I've watched you really dig deep in your career and grow. And I just want to hear from you, like, some words like what was your experience like? You recently received a promotion with Life Enrichment Group to Chief Program Officer. I mean, you're doing your thing. I mean, and in your own right, like you're involved in the community, like you are a gem for our community, like praying for us, praying for the young people, praying for people, and just your healing poetry. I mean, you have a lot of good stuff going on, Taji, that I'm really really proud of you. And I'm not saying
Oh,
that because you're one of my favorites. It's just real, like,
it's just real. It's just love, you know?
yeah. So give us something, Taji. Give us a little gem, a little dose.
Yeah. Well, first, thank you, Monica, for all of the things you just said. I really appreciate it. And you know how much you mean to me. And so I won't even go through all the words, but just know, y'all, that this is my sis. But yeah, I'm just really thankful because back in 2009, again, I'm aging myself, but that's okay. Is I was a senior at the University of Washington in Seattle. And I'm originally from California. And so when I came here, I wanted to be a part of the community that I was in. At the time, I didn't know I was actually going to stay in Seattle for this long, but I'm still here. So anyway, I wanted to really give back. It was really on my heart. So like, I was tutoring already at Rainier Beach at the time, Rainier Beach High School at the time. And then I really just wanted to give back to another like nonprofit that maybe have been working with like young people. Like that's just always been a passion of mine. And so I reached out to a lot of different organizations and things like that. And Monica was one of the ones that has actually got back to me. And she invited me to a session of Young Queens. So shout out to Young Queens, King County. She invited me to a session of Young Queens. And then as they say, the rest was history. And from there, I've been able to really grow in like my passion and being able to help young people. And that kind of actually, that internship turned into me actually being able to provide academic support to a lot of our young people through like college prep and scholarship search and applying to college and doing their FAFSAs, all of that, all those things in terms of their post-secondary plans, and setting up college tours, and like our Black college tour that we have every year, pre the Rona, and our in-state college tours and all of that. And so all of the skills and the things that I've learned how to set that up and have those meetings and those conversations. And a big component of that is my mentorship with Monica herself, and then just the opportunity to be able to cultivate those skills and those gifts through the Life Enrichment Group, honestly, and be able to grow professionally and personally. And so I'm just the skills and the things that I have gained are invaluable. Like that, I can't measure it. I can't fully even articulate everything that I've learned over the last decade. But what I will say is that it's definitely been a blessing for me to just be poured into, being poured into from you, Monica, and the organization, and being able to trust me, even though I was young. Like she said, I was a young person. I was like 20. And so and it's to be able to trust me and be like, hey, I'm gonna trust you, I'm gonna pour into you, I'm gonna show you the way, I'm gonna show you how to do this. I know you're more than capable. And so just having someone trust me with something that's their baby, and then have confidence, that helped me build my confidence in being like a leader and being a mentor and being like a support to these young people. And so yeah, that's it.
Oh, I'm just like Kool-Aid smiling over here. Just taking it all in. That is wonderful. You all, you know what? Mentorship really matters. Mentorship matters, and it really matters to duplicate yourself, like to pour into other people. You know what I mean? Because everyone like has this passion, this purpose in life, and you don't know, you might be that one person's somebody to help them get to the next level. So
Exactly.
Aji, I am so proud of you, and I look forward to all of the wonderful things that are in store for you coming up in your new position and in life and in general. Okay, so
Thank
yay!
you.
All right, well, you guys, final words is this. Well, I'm gonna say it again. Mentorship matters. Okay, our young
Mentorship
people matter.
matters.
So make sure you pour into them. And I also want to reiterate that we love internships at Life Enrichment Group. We love pouring into our young people and investing in our young people and giving them an opportunity to really build their skills and build their resumes too at the same time, and gain marketable skills that can help them be competitive in this world, in this competitive, like global scene that we're on. Okay. And so our internship right now that we have available, we have 2 internships available that will be closing on this Friday. Okay. And that is through Queen Care. The internship really entails learning about how to run a business in a retail setting and giving some real hands-on opportunities in real time to learn things such as customer service, marketing, how to make and sell natural products, all of the things that Queen Care is about. We are offering that opportunity to a young lady between the ages of 18 and 25. All of the information is at www.lifeenrichmentgroup.org. So if you or you know of a young person that would benefit from this year-long paid internship, tell them to get at us. Yes. And so these internships, both of them will be closing on this Friday. Again, we believe in internships. We believe in using that as a vehicle to really get our young people the skills that they need. Okay,
Look at me.
Yeah, look at our first success story. There you go.
I was one of the first interns. Actually, the first intern. So, I'm just saying, you want your young people to get in this internship. Monica is an amazing mentor and coach. And yeah.
Get
and
it.
it's
Let's
paid.
get it.
It's paid, right?
Huh?
Is it paid?
Yeah, it's a paid
It's
internship.
a paid internship on top of the skills. Come on. That's what you want to be at.
Get your coins, people. All right, so we won't keep you any further. Make sure you guys hit Miss Angela up, and we'll see you soon next Wednesday on Wealthy Wednesdays.
Bye.
Peace.